Hello and welcome to the Total Soccer Show. My name is Daryl Grove and I'm joined by a man who's sharing hotel rooms with me all over America. His name is Taylor Rockwell. Hello.
Hello, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. It's weird to see you across a recording table instead of in the bed across from me.
That sounds strange to begin with, but yes,
is, right?
I know what you're saying.
But we're on the road
We
for
are.
the first time. It's really exciting and really weird.
It is. I want to say, if you listen to the Cooligans' most recent episode, they recorded that one very late at night, and I remember thinking, oh, I'm so happy we don't have to do that. And now it's almost 1 a.m. here, and we have a flight in 5 hours.
I will say that for the Cooligan show, it sounded much better through my earphones than listening to it through the wall.
That's definitely true.
So if you're not familiar, here's the situation. After the World Cup was over, we had 1 day of rest, and then with our friends the Cooligans, Alexis Guerreros, Christian Polenko, the stand-up comedians who do a soccer podcast, we are on the World Cup comedy tour. We're going around cities in the United States, 9 cities, organised by Michael Majid, and we are doing a stand-up show, basically, right? It's the Cooligans individually do a stand-up.
The Cooligans are doing a stand-up show.
The Cooligans are doing
Michael.
stand-up, but we are doing essentially a Total Soccer Show set in the middle in comedy clubs,
Yes.
right? And this is before we're going to talk transfer rumours later in the show, right? Transfer event. You're being very coy that you have
Transfer activities.
you have a transfer activities quiz for me, of
Something like
sorts,
that.
right? So we're going to get onto that later.
You'll see.
All right, but we are essentially on stage in proper comedy places,
Yes.
between stand-up comedians, but we're not calling it comedy,
No, we're certainly not.
right? Correctly, yeah.
I mean, correctly, but also because it establishes a low bar, and
Yeah.
then it allows us to, just being moderately amusing puts us
Yes.
over that bar. And that's the goal.
All right, so genuine question, right? We've done Omaha, Nebraska,
Yep.
and we've done Kansas City, right? We're going to do Richmond, our hometown, on Monday, July 23rd at the Funny Bone. See, just like a comedian.
No pressure, no pressure.
Link to the tickets will be in the show notes. Like Pete Holmes over here.
You're very good. You little plug machine.
How do you feel we've done so far in Omaha and in Kansas City?
Genuine answer?
Yeah, of course. I want to have some real talk here so listeners can understand what it's been like for us to have this learning experience.
I think, as you will attest, my mindset tends to be, and with most things I do, that was good. It probably could have been better, though.
Yeah.
What could we have done? What could we have done? Why didn't we do it better? And I think
Those were our immediate post-stage conversations each time, right?
yeah, but I think that extends to the podcast. That there will be episodes when we'll finish. Like, we've done this for 9 years now, and there will still be like, that could have been better. Should we have
That's
done that better?
interesting. We did that at the end of every show, basically, right?
We do, and so I think that extends to the shows, but I think that's probably a good thing, because if you finish your first show and you're like, yep, that was terrific, you are lying to yourself, or you're, I don't know, Eddie Murphy. Outside of that, and I think we would probably be erring on the side of lying to ourselves.
Yeah.
So I think to be questioning what we've done is probably the best way. That said, I think they've been very good shows. I think everybody
I do
left
too. I'm
being
really
pleased.
proud of what we've done so far.
Yeah, but I think it's been a thing where we're really learning, and it's like in a good way.
So what have you learned? What have you learned? So I've got a list of things I've learned because people told me,
To look for the light?
Hey, you should not do this or you should do this. To
I've
look
learned-
for the light?
Yes.
All right, explain that to people.
Okay,
I know what that means now. I still can't do it, but I know what it
Nor
means.
can I. That's what we've discovered. Is that when you have reached your allotted time for your set?
Say your set is 20 minutes.
Yeah, they give you a warning. Basically, a couple minutes before, if you're doing like a 20-minute set, you do the 15 light, and then there's the light that lets you know I've got 5 more minutes thereabouts. Me, I just think, I'm just doing what I do, so I don't even think to look for the lights. I think
You're thinking someone's going to stop me at some point, right?
yeah, this can't just go on forever. So I think last night, Alexis sort of gently said, they showed you the light. And I was like, okay. And then I promptly had another game go. So that's been a good one to learn from. I've been very appreciative of that.
For me, speaking of the light, so the very first night we went up on stage in Omaha, I was suddenly hit by, these lights are really
That's
bright
right.
and in my
Yeah.
face. I just had it in my head that I could look out on the audience and see everybody's face, right? You can't. The light is right in your face. So I didn't know I was doing this, but apparently for the first minute, 2 minutes, I just had my hand up blocking the light. Like I was saluting someone in the very back row. It looked like
You should have sold it as that.
It looked like a Clint Dempsey goal celebration. But so I learned. I'm weirdly proud that I learned. I did a stupid thing, but learned quickly. Do not do that.
Yeah. And then I think the final thing for me, and maybe the most important thing I've learned, came from Alexis, who pointed out basically that.
Because, by the way, if you don't know, both Alexis and Christian are
Michael.
experienced, and Michael, they're experienced stand-up comedians.
Yeah.
Like they've done reps and reps and reps and reps. They'll do like 3-4 shows a night. They have learned their craft.
And I think the best thing that Alexis has told me, or the best advice we've gotten so far, in my opinion, is Alexis saying, the crowd doesn't want you to fail. And so if you go up there thinking, like, am I being funny? I don't know. Is this bad? Like, nobody is actively rooting against you. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to see somebody go up there and fail unless they're very, very, very mean people.
Which it's weird that he had to say that, right? Because I originally thought, like, oh, everybody's judging me. But no, everybody wants you to do well.
Yeah, exactly. And so once you kind of have that in your mind, it becomes a much more, for me, like a relaxed situation. Like, all right, people aren't sitting there like, fail. It's just sort of like,
I'm going to get you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Maybe we're bad audience members if that's what we're doing.
Maybe we've shown too much. I've shown my hand here. Can we move on swiftly away from this?
Well, okay, what else have we learned? I've learned that green rooms are actually green. That's amazing, right? I didn't know that. They paint the walls green. Yeah.
I guess I didn't either. I mean, it makes sense. I'm sure there's a reason why they used to call them that, and I'm sure somebody has that information. Yeah. And I look forward to getting that email or tweet.
So I would also say Alexis and Christian and Michael have all been very welcoming of us. I know we all decided to do this together, but we're essentially in their world. Yeah. Right? We're going to comedy clubs and they know their way around. They know how everything works. They know, like, where you leave the money to tip your waitress, like from the green room. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they've been really like welcoming and took us under their wings in terms of telling us.
I think we still owe Alexis for that, by the way.
They've been very welcoming and very patient with showing us how things work, which I think is a really good thing for us to have because we're big comedy fans, right? So it's been cool for us to get. It's almost like we won a competition and we're getting to see a look into that world.
Yes, yeah, 100%. With all of that said, before we move on, I'm going to knock on this table now because we're speaking.
Is this real wood?
I hope so, but we're speaking very glowingly, and I'm aware that this is like the kid 2 days into summer camp. You're like, it's the best thing ever, and I don't want to jinx it. Let's make sure the camp finish is strong.
Oh, yes. I mean, we know we can do better, right?
Yes,
but
of course.
I think so far we've done fine.
I like that. Yes.
All right.
I'm going to say we've done great.
We've done
great,
but
we can do greater.
All right,
is that how it works?
I'm going to pit Holmes again. So again, Monday night. If you're a Richmond listener,
I think just any comic.
We know a lot of people in Richmond, right? So Monday night, if you listen to our show, please come out and support us. Monday, July 23rd, 7:30 at the Funny Bone in Richmond. The link will be in the show notes. Because this is one more thing I want to talk about. What we're doing is a weird thing. There is no soccer-themed comedy event, no comedy tour in the country that we know of. So we are really trialing this out. If this works, it can go bigger, it can be better, it can be a part of the soccer community. So please support it so that it can keep happening.
Yes, please. Because it is a thing, and it's going really well, and we're having a good time. And thus far, the reaction has been that everybody else is having a good time.
Yes, no one has said, I want my money back.
That we know.
At least not to my face.
And if they do, tough.
Speaking of wanting your money back.
Yes. We're moving to the transfers?
Yes, we are. Unless you've got more to say.
I do not. That was just a clean segue. I'm pretty impressed by it.
So it's actually clean when someone points out it was a segue.
No comment. So, I have prepared 8 questions for you, my friend.
Right.
We've basically, because of the World Cup, as Daryl said, and then going on tour, we really haven't been as up on transfer activity as we probably would be otherwise. We would have maybe taken a little bit of a break, but we'd still be monitoring in a way that we probably can't right now.
It's been slightly relieving, if I'm honest, to not be obsessed with it.
But it also,
normally I get really sucked in.
Yeah, I'm with you there. But it also puts us in a position where, because of that, I feel like you're not as up on your transfer activity as you might. Like, otherwise you would know every single thing that's happened. But maybe because of this situation, I'm going to have some questions for you. And we're going to see how you do. You ready?
So you're quizzing me?
I am.
Okay. It's just like being on stage.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So we're going to start. First question.
Yep.
Which team has spent the most money so far in this window? And I'll give you a slight hint. It is not one of the usual suspects.
So my immediate first thought is Juventus.
You are correct.
Because they signed Cristiano Ronaldo.
There you go. They've spent 221.9 million euros so far.
That's not just Ronaldo, though, right? So who else have they been signing?
Many other players whose names I didn't write down. But they've mostly been focused on the Ronaldo. They've already...
Does that maybe include Emre Can and transfers like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think those get dwarfed a little bit. I
saved you.
I think Douglas Costa also became official, and I think they've signed a lot of other like youth players or young players that basically they might not ever play for us. They've been loaned out, and then we'll probably sell them on for a fee. But it's been Ronaldo, whom I think the last report I saw, they've already recouped half of that transfer fee in jersey sales.
Wow.
And they already had a season ticket renewal.
I have a thing to say about that. That is not how...
It's not true.
It's not how jersey sales work, right? Because first of all, the manufacturer of the jersey
gets money.
Most of the money for the jersey. The club see. I don't know the percentage, but it's a small percentage. But apparently, this is another thing I never thought about. When you have a big star name player and you see a lot of jersey sales and you say, oh, all these jerseys have Ronaldo on the back, that just means that instead of it being spread amongst like your other stars, it just all the jersey sales become focused on one star. But you're missing out on sales from Douglas Costa jerseys or Mario Mandzukic jerseys.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? So it's not like your total sales are necessarily massively increased and you don't see all the money. So just want to make clear, jersey sales do not pay for big transfers like Cristiano Ronaldo.
There we go. That rumor could be shut down.
Yeah.
It is the
Bank
case.
loans do.
I do believe beautiful. I do believe it is the case that they increased season ticket prices by 30% and have already sold out.
Is that right?
Yes.
Did they call it the Ronaldo hike?
They probably should have. There've been a lot of records set because of Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I think they didn't even reach the general market. I think like before they were put up to the general public, like the members of the board and supporters groups and stuff were all able to get all of their ticket acquisition.
Isn't that so? That is a testament to the celebrity of Cristiano Ronaldo that a historic club like Juventus goes kind of wild for it, as if he was like a designated player joining Major League Soccer.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like Juventus are treating him like...
You saying it's a retirement league now?
I'm not. No, I am specifically not saying that. But Juventus are treating Cristiano Ronaldo like he's David Beckham going to the LA Galaxy.
All right. Yeah.
Right.
So
any angry Juventus fans, it is Taylor@TotalSoccerShow.com.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. This time I'm a little more prepared.
Right.
Which team has spent the second most in the transfer window?
Ooh.
And that includes things that have happened very recently.
I am not doing so well. So Wolves haven't spent that much.
They have not.
Because they got Patricio on the cheap.
I'll tell you this, you're in the right league.
The English Premier
That is
League.
correct.
Liverpool have been spending? Is that it?
That is it.
Liverpool.
You've nailed it.
But wait, Xherdan Shaqiri was a bargain. Oh, has the Alisson Becker transfer gone through?
It has.
They got 75 million euros.
There we go.
See, I've been paying attention. I think maybe if I'm not looking at Twitter, I'm absorbing transfer news by osmosis through my phone.
I didn't say it doesn't get harder. Yes, 182.2 million euros thus far. That includes Alisson, Fabinho, Shaqiri, and this is a key one. Who else have they signed?
Naby Keita?
There it is.
Yeah.
Naby Keita becomes official, so that transfer fee counts towards this window. So he contributes to that figure.
I have opinions about Xherdan Shaqiri.
What you got?
I think if he is willing to be fourth fiddle, then it's really, really going to work.
Yeah.
Right. And if say Salah, Firmino, and Mane are happy to be rotated a little bit, then it's going to work. Well, I think he'll get enough minutes and he'll start some big games because someone will be suspended or injured that it could all work beautifully.
There is the story that I think they say Salah is moving to Madrid like imminently.
Really?
No, I'm just saying that to upset Liverpool fans. Just kidding. No, he will be there.
We just lost like half hours.
Just kidding, Liverpool fans. Love you guys.
Oh.
But yes. So you think that's the case? But I feel like he will be, right? Because no disrespect to Stoke, but a little disrespect to Stoke.
I mean,
they
got relegated.
They got relegated, and they're not Liverpool. And I do think that if you're moving to Liverpool, it does have that history. It probably makes you I'm sure he'll be content to compete. Put it that way.
So we've met loads of people on this tour, right? One of the great people we met was Ian Barker. He's the director of coaching at United Soccer Coaches. This man really knows his soccer. And he's a Liverpool fan. And we got talking about Shaqiri with him the other night. And he gave us because he played in England as well. So he had the key insight that at Stoke, it's actually really, really windy, right? You know that whole wet, windy Wednesday night, all that?
Yeah.
It's really true. There's like a wind tunnel that goes through Stoke's stadium. Xherdan Shaqiri is this talented guy who loves the ball on the floor and loves to take these long shots into the wind. Imagine what he can do in a non-windy stadium.
He's also very short, so the wind, I feel like, doesn't hit him as high.
You think he's protected from
Peter Crouch probably slower by a little bit because of the wind speed.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, I take it back.
Okay.
But I think Shaqiri will do well as long as he's happy with his role. Because the man's talented.
You'll get no argument from me, but I think you're right, that it's not going to be a guaranteed spot. He's definitely got some competition.
Actually, sorry to keep you on this, but we saw him for Switzerland taking so much responsibility and maybe some shots that he should not have taken, or everyone else was sort of willing because he's the big star. Maybe he doesn't he's not going to do that, right? If Mane or Firmino or Salah or someone else is open, he's going to hear about it if he starts shooting from distance.
You got it. Yeah, I think so. And I do have faith.
Because you can't gegenpress a shot that goes high and wide.
I don't like this segment anymore. As a Man United fan, I do have faith that Jurgen Klinsmann that would be the wrong one. Jurgen Klopp. I'm making Liverpool fans even more upset. Jurgen Klopp can get him to buy into the system.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't, then out you go. And probably they'll increase that value. So I'm sure they'll be okay. I have another Liverpool question for you.
Cheap, right? 12, 13 million, yeah.
Here's your other Liverpool question. Question number 3. Which Liverpool player reportedly requested to return early from holiday to begin training?
Early from holiday? Was it Mohamed Salah?
It was not. It was...
Dejan Lovren?
There's a reason why I would ask you this. It's Jordan Henderson.
Jordan Henderson!
Of course it was Jordan Henderson.
English Busquets!
Jordan Henderson, and it was denied, according to reports.
They said no, stay on holiday.
Yeah, Jurgen Klopp,
thank you for your use of holiday, by the way.
Yeah,
making me feel very welcome. Yeah.
Oh, not vacation?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you come to the United States, it's a vacation. When you go anywhere else, it's a holiday. That's how it works. But no, I can't say that surprised me, but apparently that's because Klopp has a strict rule that you have to have like a full preseason, which means that right now Henderson will miss the start, like I think the first game of the Premier League season, because he won't be ready in time, quote unquote. So that's why Henderson wanted to come back. Maybe he's just bored. He's had enough of this whole vacationing thing. It's back to work.
Yeah.
He's basically just like the old school 1950s, like, I'm back to work. I don't need this time off. Let's get this done.
Here's the great thing for Liverpool next season, though, is they have good squad depth, right? So you miss Jordan Henderson. You've already got Naby Keita in there. You have Wijnaldum. You have Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain back. You've still got James Milner. So you got Adam Lallana. So that's 5 midfielders for 3 spots already.
Yes.
Right? So they can afford to miss Jordan Henderson for 1 week.
Yeah, I have faith that Jordan Henderson can do that as well. But I also have faith in you to get the next question correct, because you're 2 for 3 right now. Not bad.
What did I get wrong?
You didn't know it was Jordan Henderson. You had Mohamed Salah.
Okay, yeah.
Get it together.
Well, Meatloaf, give me the thumbs up.
All right, so question number 4. Which team has spent...
So let me in comedy clubs. It's terrible.
I know, it's terrible. I also went a weird way and I was like, bat in a hell? I didn't get it, and then I understood. Which team, Daryl, has spent the 3rd most this transfer period? And I want to give you a slight hint that keeping in mind, maybe this is a move that you thought had already happened, but the fee might be maybe hitting this window, and maybe that's why this fee is their number 3, basically.
So similar to the Naby Keita deal, where we heard about it back in the day, but it happened. Now you're saying there's something similar out there that's just happened somewhere?
It's not a team that you would have thought, they've spent that much money, but yes, they've spent that much money.
Is it Manchester City because they brought Riyad Mahrez and he was expensive?
It is not. It is PSG because Kylian Mbappe's transfer fee just hit.
What?
He was on loan last season.
He was not.
He was. They had the pre-contract agreement with an option to buy, a mandatory option to buy, I believe.
A mandatory option to buy?
130...
So he was on layaway.
Yeah, basically. Financial fair play. What loopholes?
That's what it is.
Yep.
It's to put off the fee so that they got an extra year of... So it's layaway, not layaway.
And strangely, remember how insane that fee... That was good. Remember how insane that fee seemed at the time? It's 135 million euros... potentially increasing to 180 with options. I think Ronaldo was 111 or 120 or something like that. That doesn't seem that ridiculous anymore.
Do you know what? This is brilliant from PSG. I mean, it's kind of cheating, financial fair play, right? But inflation in soccer transfers is going up and up and up so much, right? So if what you're saying is they put off the transfer fee for a year, right?
Got him on loan, yeah.
So then you've almost dodged inflation. You've dodged 12 months of soccer inflation, which is significant, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the amount would be. They've missed out on paying that.
It's true, except that eventually
imagine if they bought him after the World Cup final, where he's just been a key part of a France team. He scored in the World Cup final, right?
Yeah.
He'd be 500 million right
now.
There
you go. And with that in mind, there's another report.
That was an embarrassment, by the way. I don't really believe he'd be $500 million.
I don't know, man.
Euros.
I don't know. There was a report today that PSG will absolutely not entertain any offers from anyone from Kylian Mbappe, but maybe for Neymar if Thomas Tuchel signs off on it. that was the report that I saw just before we started recording.
I forgot Thomas Tuchel's the coach.
He sure is.
Wow.
He sure is. All right, 2 for 4, but I believe you can improve it here. Atletico Madrid have spent more than Real Madrid at time of recording. They spent
net, Real Madrid at when they sell Ronaldo, is it negative?
Yes, sorry, yeah, okay. Not even including that. Just include expenditures on players coming in, not even including outgoing transfers.
Wow.
So right now, 91 million to 89.25 million euros. I know, not that big of a difference, but still. So they've, among others, they've signed from Rodri from Villarreal, Thomas Lemar from Monaco.
This is Atletico Madrid?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
they signed Thomas Lemar?
They did.
That's a smart signing.
That's the big one that people might not have heard of.
Yeah.
But they will not be recouping anything from the sales of Gabi. He was let go on a free transfer to Al Sadd. And which other player who was allowed to leave on a free?
Wait, Gabi has gone to Al Sadd?
Gabi? Yep, Gabi.
I thought he was a key part of the team. Is he just cashing in and gone to make some money at Al Sadd?
Unless it's a different Gabi? Yes, it seems that way.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, you asked me, the question was...
So which other player was allowed to leave on a free transfer? From Atletico Madrid. At Atletico Madrid. I still struggle with that one.
So this summer someone's gone from Atletico Madrid to somewhere else for free. Is this a trick question?
No.
Is it something I don't quite understand?
Would you like a hint?
Yes, please. I'm struggling.
We actually discussed him earlier, and we said we thought he had gone to China. He did not go to China. He went to Japan.
So Andres Iniesta went to Japan?
That would be Barcelona.
David...
Yannick
Carrasco?
You're gonna kick yourself in a minute.
I don't know who's gone to Japan.
Fernando Torres has left Atletico Madrid.
We had that conversation, this morning?
We did.
Oh. In my defence, it has been a long day.
It definitely has. And again, as I said, 5 hours until our flight. So, yes.
So, Fernando Torres in the J League.
Yes.
All right.
Which, I guess, isn't that surprising. It's nice, I guess, that he went and tried something else, because I think there was a lot of offers from Major League Soccer, certainly from other leagues, but still weird to see Fernando Torres gone once again from Atletico Madrid.
Yeah. All right,
we move on.
So I didn't get that one.
It's okay. Atletico have sold at least one player. It's a left winger who was sold to which Premier League club?
An Atletico Madrid left winger was sold to a Premier League club recently?
Think about how this one is maybe slightly harder than the other ones, and then realize there's a reason why I'm asking you about an Atletico Madrid winger moving to a Premier League club. Maybe he was there before, and maybe it's once again become official.
Oh, okay. Let me draw down on this. No, I can't.
It's a personal interest to you. Diego Jota is official.
I forgot. Diego Jota is official. This is recent news?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So there you go. So Daryl Grove's squad continues to strengthen. Wolverhampton getting even better for the Premier League season.
I wish we could heavily edit the show to make me get that one right.
All right, let's go an easier one, shall we?
Please.
All right.
Easier than the club I support.
Yes. Real Madrid have only spent 89-ish million euros so far. That includes fees for...
Wait. Diego Jota is not a winger.
That's amen. That's what I'm going with, according to the transfer market. You take your issues up with transfer market if you must.
Okay.
Oh, Daryl's so mad.
Was he at least winger / striker? And maybe you just wrote down the first half.
That could be. That could be. Whatever it takes for you. Yes, so Madrid, 89 million-ish so far. That includes fees for Vinicius Jr. from Flamenco and Alvaro Odriozola.
Oh, he turned 18, right?
He did.
Yeah.
Alvaro Odriozola from Real Sociedad.
The right back who went to the World Cup and sort of didn't play?
Yes, you got it. And maybe there's a reason why, so we'll see how that goes at Madrid. However, name the 2 Premier League players they're very much expected to sign in the very near future, and the hint would be that they're coming from the same Premier League club.
Yeah, it's based on what they've said. They didn't name the club, but they may as well have. Eden Hazard and Thibaut Courtois.
You are correct.
Yeah,
it's one of those getting like... The details are getting more and more specific, which makes it seem like it's going from rumor to reality.
Yeah.
And I guess I wouldn't be surprised by that because Madrid have money and are looking to retool, but it's still strange, right? Because you wouldn't think of Chelsea selling 2 of their biggest, best players.
It feels like there's a big... So I don't know if we're going to talk Chelsea later, but Sarri has officially taken over as coach, right? With Gianfranco Zola as his assistant coach.
You see
that? He's back at Stamford Bridge. But it seems like a lot of players are taking this as their opportunity to say, all right, my cycle with Chelsea is over. Now's a good time. Let Sarri start over, do his whole Jorginho thing, right? Because he did that. And now's the time for me to move on, right? So yeah, Hazard and Courtois to Real Madrid.
So you think do you think it will be like a full rebuilding then for Chelsea?
I mean, if you lose Hazard and Courtois, yeah, right? Because so much of Chelsea's thing was built around Eden Hazard.
Well, now you've got World Cup champion Olivier Giroud. That's all you need. That's all you need, Chelsea. He's that handsome, and he's a world champion.
I've got 2 questions for you. So this hasn't happened, right? It's just heavily rumoured.
Yeah.
Would signing Thibaut Courtois be massively unfair on Keylor Navas?
Yes.
I accept that that's a leading question.
No, I mean, I think so. And I think it was reported that he's expected to stay and fight for that spot. I don't see... I mean, unless...
if I was him, I would not do that.
I wouldn't either.
I would take my currently very good reputation and take it somewhere else and start every week.
Yeah.
You got 3 Champions League winners medals, right? You don't need any more.
No, and especially because at a certain point, you've got a new manager coming in. I know Lopetegui is certainly strong in his managerial approach and in his self-belief, but it's still Florentino Perez is going to be pushing him to, if Thibaut Courtois goes to Real Madrid, it will be, hey, play him, hey, play him, hey, play him. And then at a certain point, you're right, it goes from Keylor Navas, Real Madrid, starting goalkeeper who's won 3 Champions Leagues, to, he couldn't even be, he's the reserve goalkeeper.
He's Jersey Dudek.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I've got a second question for you. I like quizzing you. Turn the tables.
I can't believe it's not a swap deal, in fact, with some money going the other way to
That
Chelsea.
That could work. Well, so I've got a very sort of stereotypical, like, can he handle it in the Premier League idea,
no.
right? I don't necessarily see him taking big crosses out of the air, right? Anyway, if you're Real Madrid, do you think they're better off?
I'm saying if he can handle CONCACAF and the physicality there, he'll be fine. He'll be fine in England.
Eden Hazard or Neymar? If you were Florentino Perez or you were Lopetegui, and they would to come to the same answer, would they be better off signing Neymar Jr. or Eden Hazard?
I like that you didn't give me any wiggle room with the Neymar Jr., and I'm stalling for time. It's weird, because I think prior to the World Cup, I would have said Neymar for sure. I like Neymar when he's doing smart Neymar things, when he's rolling on the ground and crying, and doing too many step-overs, and taking a season... Like, maybe taking it a little bit light because he doesn't necessarily need to go back.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the most determinative approach. That said, Eden Hazard has been known to sulk himself.
Yeah,
but I think
did it the whole season at Chelsea, right? I think Eden Hazard's ready to be on fire again after sulking for a season. So that might be a good time to sign.
I think I've talked myself into it. Strangely enough, I would not have thought that even 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But I think if you ask me right now, and I really had that option, I think it would be Eden Hazard.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
And if for no other reason because again, then, like, Neymar really does raise you to another level in the pressure and demands and publicity. Not that that's the same thing to say about Real Madrid, because it's Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But it is sort of like, it becomes more of a circus, whether or not that's fair to say for Neymar.
Yep.
Whereas Eden Hazard is sort of like, oh yeah, we saw him at the World Cup, we've seen him for Chelsea, he's amazing.
Yep.
He already has an existing relationship with Thibaut Courtois. Let's make it happen.
I would say similar talent, lower profile.
Yes,
maybe.
and again...
But maybe that's the weird Florentino Perez-Lopetegui conversation, right? Perez might like the higher profile.
Yeah. Either way, send your emails to Daryl at TotalSoccerShow.com. Final question.
2 hours, 2 hours.
Final question for you.
Yeah.
We've mentioned 4 of the 5 most expensive transfers that have happened in this window. There is one player we're missing from that list. I have 2 hints for you. 1, he moved from one club to another within the same league. 2, you have already mentioned him on this show.
Today?
Yes.
Tonight?
Yes. It was one
morning?
It was one of your guesses that led you to getting an answer wrong.
Okay. So we've mentioned 4 of the top 5 already,
Mm-hmm.
specifically, which would be Ronaldo, would be Alisson Becker, would be Naby Keita.
I think he's on there too, and I think maybe Fabinho. I forget who the other one is, but I'm not giving you any more information.
Jorginho?
Mm-mm.
No.
You
Fred?
It is Riyad Mahrez.
Riyad
You
Mahrez.
literally said him earlier.
I did. So he went
Yes.
from Leicester City to Manchester City for 60-ish million?
We'll give it to you. We'll give you the point for that.
What was it?
£67.8 million.
Yeah,
You got it.
60-ish million.
Yeah, I'm saying I think that's good enough to get you the point.
Oh, thank you.
You get the transfer. Yeah, you get the transfer quiz point. Is all I'm saying. No, that was good. So, what do you make of that transfer? Because I still don't know what to think.
They weren't short of wingers last season, right? There was never a moment where there was a Manchester City, they've run out of wingers. Are they going to be able to win the Premier League?
Mm-hmm.
And they're not. There's no extra games, right? They're same Champions League, Premier League, and all the other.
No, they get Champions League now. They get even further. Yeah, even though they didn't make the semi-finals, they still get to go.
So yeah, they've got Raheem Sterling, Leroy Sané out there. Like, what I liked as well is...
But to be fair, outside of that, they only have players like David Villa. Or David... that's not true. David Silva, thank you.
Maybe part of the thing is that, like... 'cause Silva and De Bruyne would sometimes play wide.
That's my joke, is that they have an insane amount of depth.
But that's what I'm saying, but maybe they're thinking those guys are better off centrally, which I think is accurate.
Yeah.
So it may be just that they spend less time wide and more time central, and it could be another central midfielder loses out.
I think you solved it right
and there's
there.
more
Okay.
space on things. Here's my concern that I'm getting to, because we don't need to talk about how talented Riyad Mahrez is, right? Because that's kind of a
No, I think we should. 5 minutes, go.
5 minutes. He is.
Yeah, there we go. Done.
So, but even when Leicester weren't doing well, he still had his moments, right?
Yeah.
When he was part of the whole Leicester machine that won the Premier League, he was so, like, he was eye-catching, but he was also effective, because he was like putting those early crosses in for Jamie Vardy, like and Okazaki doing the thing that they were supposed to do. When Leicester weren't clicking, but they still were like mid-table-ish, right? But he still had his moments where it's like, there's that Riyad Mahrez stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, no question about his talent.
I think you said we don't need to talk about his talent, and then proceeded to talk.
You told me to
all
do
about
5 minutes. I saw the light going off at the back of the stage. My concern is Phil Foden.
Oh yeah.
So for those who don't know the name,
that is such a weirdly specific concern.
but I had one. So
I know, that's just amazing.
When England won the U17 World Cup it was 2017 now, right? It was going back to last summer. Phil Foden was the star, right? So he's what, 16, 17? He might be 18 by now. He got some time towards the end of last season. Guardiola was giving him time on the wing, like left wing or right wing, in the Premier League. So he's actually playing for Manchester City, right? So you add a £67.5 million Algerian winger. That's not his weight, that's his cost. Phil Foden suddenly is one winger away from the starting 11.
Unless, I think what I've just had the realization
and this is not a criticism of Manchester City or an analysis of their season. It's just a concern that I have as an England fan about the development of one of our brightest talents.
Unless you see it from the perspective of, and this is like an unless happens, but unless he moves on loan. So maybe they're planning to loan him out to another Premier League team, or I would assume Premier League, not like upper level championship, but maybe even another team in another league. But either way, maybe that's what it is. Actually, no, we want to get him regular starting experience at another club, and this allows us to have a high quality player come in for obviously a lot of money, but then again, what's a lot of money anymore? So maybe that's it. We'll see if he goes on loan, and maybe that makes it look a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, I would accept that.
Okay,
I accept your terms.
All right, well, as I said,
Phil Foden, go get it.
You have done all of your questions except I lied, because we have a lightning round.
A lightning round?
Yes, I have done a lightning round. So you have to answer these questions as fast as you can. So you can't, you can pause if you have to, but we want you to go rapid fire, because I believe in you. I think you can do this. You ready?
You should build me up.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
As fast as you can.
Yep.
Fred went to
Manchester United.
Stefan Lichtsteiner now plays for
Arsenal.
Who went back to Ajax?
Who went back to Ajax? Oh, that's the question. Who went back to Ajax? Daley Blind.
There we go. Yes. Mauricio Sarri
wasn't stalling for time. I was just confused by the phrasing of the question.
Sure. Just like you're not stalling right now. Mauricio Sarri brought which midfielder with him to Chelsea?
Jorginho.
Which midfielder is somehow back in China?
Paulinho.
Yes.
Wait, can we stop on that? Why? Why is he
First of all, usual rules of a lightning round would say, no, absolutely we cannot stop.
Excuse
and you
me.
are no longer going to be the person I choose if ever we play Family Feud. But yes, it is kind of strange that Paulinho has gone back there.
This doesn't represent me.
But I guess it seems weird, right? It seems weird on surface, but then you remember, like, he was still getting called by Chichi when he was playing in China, and it seems like by all accounts he really enjoyed playing in China and felt like it helped him develop as a player and a person. So I guess I'm not that surprised, and maybe that means Barcelona themselves going to be looking to do some buying and selling.
Interesting.
I guess already doing some selling.
And Chichi kept the Brazil job, right? So maybe he'll just keep calling Paulinho anyway.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
See, it all makes sense. It all works out.
Sorry,
right.
The lightning has passed.
Lightning round resumes.
Yeah.
All right. England's greatest midfielder, blank, now plays for which London club? You got it. It's a twofer.
England's greatest midfielder, Jack Wilshere, now plays for West Ham.
You got it. All right. Who's gone on loan to Hanover?
Bobby Wood.
All right, ready? You got to finish these real fast. You got to finish strong.
Yeah.
Will Wolves win the Premier League?
Nearly.
Will they qualify for Europe?
No.
Top half?
Yes.
There we go. That was the final question. That was your lightning round. I'm going to say you got them all right. Good job, Daryl Grove.
Thank you. That was very nerve-wracking.
But you did it. You navigated. You're still not in my Family Feud immediate choices, but maybe you're my alternate.
All right.
Yeah. We'll see how we do if we do more lightning rounds.
I'd be your Charlie. I give the very specific answers.
Nightman.
Anything else?
Nightman. Somehow one person said that. Nope, that's it. You've done it. No more lightning rounds. You've done all your trivia. You can relax.
So right now it is very late on Thursday night. We're going to be flying back to Richmond tomorrow morning. We won't be doing a show tomorrow because we're going to be reunited with our wives. We should spend some time with our... I've just realised my wife's out of town until Saturday.
Oh no.
I'm going to be lonely on Friday.
I just picture you sitting with your luggage in your dark living room waiting.
Oh no. Okay, anyway. So no new show later this week, but we will have a show on Sunday or Monday early next week. I think... Alexis and Christian and Michael will be in town, so we'll maybe we're talking about doing a Cooligans cross podcast thing. So maybe where we swap hosts.
A host swap?
Host swap, that's what we talked about, right?
This is taking a weird turn of we're taking a day off to be with our wives and then there's a host swap. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah, you put your keys in the bowl and then we swap hosts and then then we're going to do some cross-promotional podcasting.
Yep, it's late.
How about that? But yeah, once again, please come see us in Richmond, Monday, July 23rd, in Virginia Beach. Tuesday, July 24th. Then after that, I don't know the order, but we're on to Cincinnati,
I think Columbus, Cincinnati,
Chicago, and then July 30th at the Punchline in Atlanta, just before MLS All-Star.
I think you had it right, actually. Now that I think about it, my bad.
Well, because I know earlier we were debating whether to drive to Columbus or Chicago.
That's what I just realized.
So Cincinnati, Columbus, Save the Crew, Chicago. All right, Taylor Rockwell, thank you for taking the time to quiz me today.
Right back at you, buddy. Not really, but sort of.
Listeners, thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you again on Sunday or Monday.